I'm here with Alfonso Scott now, who is the mastermind behind putting this all together for the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation. Alfonso, how did you meet DJ?
I met DJ in 2016. I had known of him beforehand. I was an athlete in high school, and my dad was close to him. So I had knew of him. I just never really got close to him. So when I graduated college, I got done playing football. I came back to St. Louis, and I was helping coach in the inner city. And at that time, we had a coaches alliance that met at the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation, and that was my first time really like meeting him, interacting with him, spending a lot of time with him. And then shortly after that, because it don't take long for DJ to get you in something. So once DJ sees you and he's like, oh yeah, you can do this, okay, well you need to come on. So I was hanging around DJ for about, I want to say a few months, and then DJ, he had already, this camp was already going before I came back. He was already doing things with it. And then in 2016, once I came, when I was, just kind of working with him, he pulled me and he said, hey, I need you to do this. And then it's been going ever since.
He had a way of asking you to do things without asking you. You just kind of knew you were supposed to do it.
You knew, you kind of knew to show up. He would look at you and say, hey, I think this needs to get done. And then that's kind of his way of saying do it. Mm-hmm. And you did it because, he had a way of, he would take care of you to where you would, he would have a task for you. And, he wants you to do something. He wants you to get something done. He would never ask you to do something that he wasn't already charged with helping you get done. So I'm not going to ask you, like, this is just a small example. I'm not going to ask you to take out the trash if I don't have the bins already ready to go.
Right.
He's going to do his part so that you can be successful. And that's what he did. He was great at that. So he definitely had a way of saying, let's get moving.
What are some of the things that he did for you to line this up and make this a successful event?
So when I first started getting involved with this, I did not really have the relationships with all of the coaches that you see out here today. And so when I first started doing this, at first it was just, hey, just run the football piece of it. So when they hit the field, just do that. And after a while, we kept doing it. He started pulling me out. He said, hey, I need you to meet so-and-so, meet so-and-so, meet so-and-so. Because at first that wasn't really like the main interest for me. I just wanted to get on the field and let's go. But then he started helping me create relationships, started helping me create bonds with all the guys out here because it was one of those things where you kind of help realizing that not only do you want them out here and having a good time now, but you want to create an environment to where they'll come back. And so he really helped me out with that. He really helped me create relationships to where all of these guys that are out here before, they've been here before, they know guys here. And so even that he's not here with us anymore, but his legacy still lives, they still come because of the relationships they have with everybody that's here and because of the relationship they have with DJ.
I'm sure that a part of why they come is because you've managed to put together the best of the best from all over the place, and their schools benefit from this combine, this camp. So tell me some of the things you've heard from them.
From the campers?
No, from the coaches.
Coaches? Every year when they do this, they always commend how organized it is, how the kids compete. This is probably a camper. Can we pause this? Because this is JC calling me right now, Jim Collins, the president. He's calling me right now because he probably needs me to.
We're keeping this rolling. Go
Okay.
ahead, take that call.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. From the perspective of finding players, what are the coaches saying?
So they love how well organized it is, for one. We keep it moving. Throughout the years, this camp has really evolved. So we used to come out here and we would run 40s and do pro agilities, a lot of testing, right? And they have commended that they don't really need to see any of that. We've talked with them and they've said, hey, like, these are some of the things that we really want to see. And so, but since it's the kids that are the ones that really getting the opportunity, we cut out all the fat and we say, look, if this is what you want to see, then let's do it and let's give you what you want to see. They always commend about the talent that comes in. St. Louis is crawling with talent, some that goes unnoticed. And that's another reason why this event is so great, because there's not a lot of kids that come across too many free opportunities. All the kids you see out here, they're not paying a dime for this. And we have 450 kids that pre-registered for this event. And of course, we have kids that have been walking up. You spoke with Autumn earlier. Autumn was one of our walk-ups. So, I mean, this thing really does serve the community, and the coaches always commend not just the talent that comes out, but just the mission behind it. A free opportunity for kids in the city to come out, get a chance in front of coaches. Even, and this has never happened, but let's say for some reason they come out here and there's not a single kid that they really are interested in. Again, that's never happened because they always see a lot. But even so, they would still come because the mission that this thing does, how it serves the community, how it serves everyone, that's what they're really about.
Speaking of the mission, and then I'm going to let you go after this, how many scholarships do you think have been granted because of this camp?
Throughout all the years?
Just guess.
Oh my God. Oh goodness. Okay, so I'll tell you this. Last year alone, we had about 400 kids pre-registered. And I think of the 400 kids that pre-registered and came, 50 were giving scholarships on this field.
Wow.
So they left with a scholarship. Probably another 50 would leave and get a scholarship weeks down the road, right? So if I was to guess, you're looking at, because we've been doing this for 9 years, so 100 kids a year, that's about 900 guys getting opportunities to play college football. I mean, there's guys that are still playing right now that got scholarships from this event. So, I mean, it's a grand opportunity. There's nothing quite like it. I'll be honest with you. There's nothing quite like it.
It's pretty amazing what the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation is doing here. I know you've got a lot to do today. I'm going to let you go back to it.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you for
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you for what you're
Thank
doing.
you guys for coming.
You got it.